We continue to track mock drafts for you right here on Giants.com. And this is about when things start to get interesting. Why free agency is coming. Free agency is here. And we're finally starting to get a feel for what teams truly need. All the mock drafts before today and the ones I'll talk about today in just a second were all done before free agency. So you don't know what teams have added in terms of free agents, so you don't know what their real needs are. If a team adds a prominent player at a specific position, maybe the odds they draft another player at that position in the draft goes down. So once we get through free agency, we're going to get a much better feel for what the true needs are for a lot of these teams when they get to the NFL draft. That being said, here's our final set of mock drafts before we get there. Let's start with the player that is probably being mocked to the Giants the most at this point. Both Todd McShay and Matt Miller have Isaiah Simmons going to the Giants, the very talented linebacker out of Clemson. This guy can do it all. He can play off-ball linebacker, box safety, deep safety, slot corner. He can rush the passer. He's your perfect modern-day NFL linebacker. He blew up the combine. His numbers were off the charts. He could be a difference-making defensive player. Then you go to Mekhi Jr. He has the Giants taking another defensive player. That's Jeffrey Okudah, cornerback out of Ohio State. Considered by most experts to be the top corner in the draft, it would be a real upset at this point if he was not the first cornerback or defensive back, including safeties, taken off the board. He's long, he's rangy, he can run, he gets his head around on balls in the air, he makes plays on the ball, he gets takeaways. Jeffrey Okudah does not have a real weakness right now as a cornerback. Shutdown corners are extremely valuable in the National Football League with so many teams revolving around the passing offense. He is going to be selected very high in this draft. In fact, a lot of mock drafts have him off the board before the Giants even selected for. A lot of people have him going to the Lions at 3. They play a lot of man-to-man defense. They could use a cornerback like Jeffrey Okudah. But if the Lions perhaps trade down, maybe a team picks a quarterback at 3, well, then Jeffrey Okudah could be there for the New York Football Giants. Could be another young cornerback to their crew, and a very talented one at that. Then the next most recommended player in mock drafts for the Giants isn't necessarily one player. It's a position. It's offensive tackle. And there are as many as 4 offensive tackles being mocked in the top 10 in most of these mock drafts. Let's go through them. First, you have the guy Charles Davis from NFL Network has going to the Giants at number 4. That's Mekhi Becton out of Louisville. 6'7", 360 pounds. Monster. He literally tosses people when you look at the game tape. He may be a little bit raw compared to the other guys, but his natural talent is off the charts. Ran great 40 time at the combine. Very talented player. Then you have Daniel Jeremiah's pick for the Giants at number 4. Tristan Wharfs, an offensive tackle out of Iowa. He had one of the best combine performances for any offensive tackle in the history of the sport. You know, being coached by Kirk Ferentz in Iowa, he's going to be fundamentally sound. Some people see him as a guard, but all his athleticism, good arm length, no reason why he can't succeed at tackle. The next most frequent offensive tackle mocked to the Giants at 4, Jedrick out of Alabama. Now, he played right tackle at Alabama, the same way Wirfs played right tackle at Iowa. But remember, Tua is a left-handed quarterback, so he protected their star quarterback's blind side. There's no reason from an athletic and a film standpoint he cannot also be an effective left tackle in the league. Very talented player. Finally, Andrew Thomas. Now, he's a left tackle starter out of Georgia. Top program. He's blocked a lot of the best players in the draft and has done a very, very solid job. Very safe player. Tall, rangy, 36-inch arms. He's a very dependable player at that left tackle spot. So those are the most popular players going to the Giants at 4 right now in the mock drafts, but a lot can change once we get into and through free agency. Thanks for being with us.
Hey Giants fans, Saquon Barkley here. You want to see more videos? Subscribe below.